King Ecgberht of Wessex led his army to Dor in the year AD 829 against King Ecgberht of Northumbria, by whose submission King Ecgberht became the first overlord of all of England. This is a pretty cool little dragon. Welcome to History Time.
Oh my god, that's a whole lot of history. Oh my god, that's a whole lot of history. Oh my god, that's a whole lot of history. It's history time!
On this dark yet glorious day, with the snowdrops bowing their heads to spring's early days, and this purple lovely little flower that I do not know the name of, I've arrived here at this old, well I say old, but it's fairly new. The history is old, but this fairly new site with two pieces of historical importance. Today I will be focusing on this one. This first historical feature, which I'm only going to glance on today, is a statue in memory of all the people of Dor that fought in the First World War. And now this plaque that I alluded to first in the intro card is what we will be focusing on mainly today. And mostly about this man here, King Ecgberht of Wessex. The first daffodils are peeking out at the world, checking if it's spring yet. Kinda cool, kinda gay. Now, who was King Ecgberht? Well, he was a king, obviously by his name King Ecgberht, but more importantly he was a king in the Heptarchy. The Heptarchy of England. What's the Heptarchy, I hear you ask? Well, it's the time period of which England was separated into 7 main kingdoms. These 7 kingdoms were called East Anglia, Kent, Mercia, Northumbria, Wessex, Essex and Sussex. Jesus, that is a big house. Ball! Oh shit. Similarly to this holly leaf, and to the human race in comparison to the giant extent of the universe, the kingdom of East Anglia, Essex, Sussex and Kent are completely redundant within this story. So we will be focusing on Northumbria, Wessex and Mercia. Some absolute nut job has tried to make a fence out of something here. Probably the Rangers. I normally applaud their work, but this is a bit shit. That is a clean snap. I deduce that the cause of this will have been the high winds we have been having recently. That is a big tree. Some brain-dead rat child has decided to make a den in the woods. No, I'm not opposed to dens. It's more the fact that this one is shit. Mate, that is not stopping anything. If I was a water droplet, I'd just go through there, innit? Put a tarpaulin on that bitch. Those are words to live all your life by. Man, this place is pretty. Very peaceful with the birds singing their evening whistles. There's one there. Don't know if you'd seen him. Now, which kingdom was King Ecgberht king of? No, not Northumbria, you brain-dead spasmatron. It was Wessex. King Ecgberht was king of Northumbria. We'll get onto him. He was a bit of a coward, but King Ecgberht was cool, as you're about to find out. Herring. Yeah. I tried to creep up on him, but he was too fast. In the Donkeyfield Pond. Kinda just a stagnant pond. But that sight was a nice sight to see. Always got to appreciate a bit of wildlife. Fucking mud. It is getting cold and light is dying. So I will be resuming this story for you on History Time bright and early tomorrow morning. We are out bright and early the next morning, and from the view of the sky you can see it is a pleasant day. Oh wait, no, it's fucking grim. Nothing but dark clouds and a brief interlude of sun. Just found this Roman piece of pottery in the undergrowth. Just kidding, it's probably less old than me. Fuck off. It looks like a battlefield out here. Shame they had to cut down all these trees. I'm sure they had a purpose for it though. They've planted some new ones. So, King Ecgbert's chilling in Wessex, and he turns to his right hand man and he says, and I quote, "Yo, bro, I'm kind of pissed off. I want to be in charge of all of England." And his right hand man turns to him and he says, "Right, well, let's attack Mercia." And so he enters the Battle of Ellendun against the King of Mercia, Beornwulf. Now, the Battle of Ellendun goes really well for Egbert, and Beornwulf gets right royally fucked. So now he controls most of Mercia. The only man stopping in his way is Winglaf of Mercia, who he also defeats and takes direct rule over Mercia. Now this big old fuck off pole here is Stanage Pole, and it marks the borders between Mercia and Northumbria. All that you can see here is the ancient kingdom of Mercia, and behind me, all you can see here is the ancient kingdom of Northumbria, the kingdom I would be part of if I was alive back in the Heptarchy. So, we know Mercia is in direct rule of King Ecgberht of Wessex, and now they want to further their conquest into Northumbria. Will the Northumbrians put up a good fight as hard as they are? What will be the outcome of this fight? Well, actually, King Ecgberht, who's kind of a pussy, just kind of gives up, submits all his power over to Mercia, giving him direct rule over all of England for the grand time of 1 year, before uprisings all over the country completely remove him from power and he ends up being killed. So, we have followed this great story of a powerful man who started out in a small kingdom in Wessex and builds his empire to cross all of England before he then goes and fucks it up and dies after just a year. But still quite a remarkable man, quite a remarkable story. I'm quite embarrassed to call myself a Northumbrian because of how easily we gave up. But at least I'm not a dirty Mercian! This is unbelievably unpleasant. It's tipping it down. I don't know if you can see this. It's very wet. Look at how sad all these flowers are. They're all like tipping their heads in sadness. That's kind of cool. Come on, my duck friend. I believe you've got this. Just stay cool. Don't jumble up your words. Make a laugh. Everything will be just fine. Yeah, there we go. Shit. I have to traverse my way down this very steep gradient. Let's go. Yeah. I made it down, only stacking it once, and now I have to make it across this epic jump. Let's go. Made it. Hell yeah, my dude. I'm proud of you. What we have here, I believe, is a very old puffball. Disgusting spores. Geese. Another lovely bit of nature. Some sheep down there as well. And that concludes this week's story of the rise and fall of King Ecgberht, 802 to 839. Stay tuned for next episode of History Time.
Please, the island gives us what we need, and no one leaves, so here I stay. My home, my people beside me, and when I look to tomorrow, there ye are. I'll lead the way.